Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafran people, now how on a day? How on a day today? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you listen to the sound of my voice. This one na Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendo Mazenam Kano. May God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. His Excellency, ESN, Ekpa Simon Njoko, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you because we know in your hands Biafra is coming. In your hands Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. I repeat, in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. The people of Biafra will rejoice. The people of Biafra will rejoice. My Biafran people, I had to repeat that 3 times because this one hits home. I will take this one personal. The man you're seeing here, he has just given more credence to the words of our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. This man you are seeing, he is lamenting about a man that was shot dead by the Nigerian police in the old Anambra State. Over 100 naira. The same thing that we've been saying all this while. People, they refuse to listen that we don't need police checkpoints. You will hear from this man's testimony the amount of police checkpoints that he was able to count on his way back to Biafra land. Also, today, as God will have it, our Prime Minister, he sent out a tweet from Sahara News where they said, Southeast worst hit in 2022 as Nigerian Army police killed over 700 civilians, arrested 1,000 suspects, burnt down over 600 private residences. This was according to the Inter-Society of that so-called Nigeria. And above the headline, our Prime Minister now said, finally, though the numbers are underreported, but I am happy the Biafran government and Biafra Defense Forces are ending the Nigerian state terrorism against Biafra people by the day. So what you heard was what was happening in 2022 according to the statistics gotten by the Inter-Society of that so-called Nigeria. And our PM was saying it was even a low estimate. The numbers were down. They didn't have the accurate number. But right now, as we speak, I want us to hear this man, the pain in his voice. When we say we need Simon Ekpa, we need the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, we need the BLA, we need the Biafra Defense Forces to make sure that there is no checkpoint in Biafra land. Some of you, you blame Simon Ekpa. You say he's the problem. You say he's the one bringing problem in Alaigbo. That's their new slogan now. But without any much further ado, my people, make we hear this man give a testimony, an eyewitness account of what happened in Biafra land. Very, very sad. My people, if you're ready, let's go there. Listen. Let's go there. Listen. Listen, let's get there. Listen.
A police operative attached to Otocha Area Command, Anambra East Local Government Area of Anambra State, has shot dead a youth in the area. It was gathered that the youth had a disagreement with the policeman at the checkpoint, during which one of them quickly pulled the trigger and shot him dead. The incident happened on Saturday and has greatly unsettled the area as youth protested the action of the police.
Hold it there, sir. Hold it there. A youth was having an argument with a policeman over 100 naira at a police checkpoint. And suddenly, the policeman brought out his gun and shot that kid. Over 100 naira. When we tell you that our life in Biafra land now, according to the Janjaweed, they are coming to take us down. We don't need them in our own country because you guys don't understand there is a war going on. According to them, every IPOB is a criminal that must be paid. Over 100 naira, this boy lost his life. 100 naira is not even up to 10p or 10 cents. It's not even up to 10 cents in the Western world, in America. Over a bribery of 100 naira, a Biafran life was lost. Let's continue.
The inquiries, the State Police Command's spokesperson, Tochukwu Ikenga, said the command was aware of it and had taken control.
Hold it there. According to them, the man they call Tochukwu, he's saying that the command of that zoo military, they are aware about the incident and they have taken control. What control is he speaking about? For those who are blaming Simon Ekpa, can you see what they are doing in the land of Biafra? That a Biafra man was shot and killed over 100 naira. And according to them, they are aware of the incident and they've taken control. This is why we said we don't need anybody wearing Nigerian military uniform, any attire in Biafra land. Those that are blaming Simon Ekpa, I hope you are listening. Lend me your ears. I am making this video for those who are blaming Simon Ekpa. Those who say Simon Ekpa is the problem in Biafra land. Lend me your ears. Lend me your ears. Lend me your ears. In fact, I will take it back. I will not stop it, but I will come back and break it down. Take it back. Take it back, sir. Thank you. Listen.
A police operative attached to Otocha Area Command, Anambra East Local Government Area of Anambra State, has shot dead a youth in the area. It was gathered that the youth had a disagreement with the policeman at the checkpoint, during which one of them quickly pulled the trigger and shot him dead. The incident happened on Saturday and has greatly unsettled the area as youth protested the action of the police. Reacting to the inquiries, the State Police Command's spokesperson, Tochukwu Ikenga, said the command was aware of it and had taken control. While the subject of controversy is unclear, road users in the country have often lamented extortions by security operatives on Nigeria's highways. In the meantime, stakeholders in the southeast are worried that too many security checkpoints in the southeast is a major cause of issues and face-off between the police and commuters, and want the authorities to do something about this. Let's have this chat with Ambassador Ejike Eze, who is a retired foreign service officer and, of course, a former SA to the former president Olusegun. Ambassador, thank you for coming on the news night. Yeah, we hear this happened as a result of disagreement, between the police and the youth over 100 naira during one of them pulled the trigger. Can you walk us through, perhaps you have the information, what exactly do you think happened at the checkpoint that led to this tragic incident?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And the issue of checkpoints in the southeast is actually worrisome.
Listen, the issues of checkpoint in southeast is actually worrisome. An elder statesman is saying it now. It is worrisome, but all they are doing is talking. But we, the Biafrans, we are the ones to take action. As the saying goes, elders for wisdom, youths for war. Elders for wisdom, youths for war. So I'm happy with what this man is saying. But all this man can do is talk. It is for us, the Biafran people, the Biafran government, led by Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is the one to take action. Our elders now, all they can do is talk the good talk. But it's left for us, the youths, those in government, those under the Biafra Republic government in exile. It is up to them to take action. And they have said, we don't want any police checkpoint in Biafra land. And from 2nd of December, if there is any police checkpoint there, whatever you see, you will get. And so life be, whatever you see from that date, make una get them. Because if you think that 100 naira is equivalent to the life of a Biafran, because deep inside we know you hate us with a passion. You hate the Biafrans more than the devil. We know that. Due to envy, jealousy, and the rest. So from 2nd of December, that devil that brought you to the checkpoints, on that day, we shall see which person devil pass each person the devil. That day we will see which person madness pass the madness of the other person. Because madman pass madman. From the 2nd of December, let us see any checkpoint there. And you will see what will happen. For 100 naira, you took the soul of a human being. 100 naira, 100 naira. That can't even buy a loaf of bread in that zoo, in your shithole country. You took the life of a man for 100 naira. Ah, God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for 2nd of December to come in. I can't wait. Let's continue. Take it back. Listen.
On the news night. Yeah, we hear this happened as a result of disagreement, between the police and the youth over 100 naira during one of them pulled the trigger. Can you walk us through, perhaps you have the information, what exactly do you think happened at the checkpoint that led to this tragic incident?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And the issue of checkpoints in the southeast is actually worrisome. This is not something new to many Nigerians. In the southeast, especially in the southeast, let me speak more about the southeast. I don't know about other places. But you find a situation where policemen and other security agencies mount roadblocks, 3 roadblocks, and then begin to control traffic. Most times on special assigned operations, but they find that what they actually do is just extortion, collection of money from motorists and travelers. Just that. They don't even ask you what you're carrying in your boot most times, except when they think that they can get more from you. Then they ask you to clear.
That was how they killed my uncle. We were in a 2-car. We were going and following ourselves. They stopped us. We gave them something, but when they saw my uncle in the other car, they stopped him. They checked the boot. They saw lots of money, and all we heard was gunshots. I have a personal vendetta with that zoo military and their checkpoints. So I second the motion of our Prime Minister that from the 2nd of December, we don't want to see any Nigerian military or police checkpoint in Biafra land. It is personal to me because that was how I lost my loving uncle. They shot him. We stopped in the front. We saw what they were doing. We called the police and they said, keep on going your way. The person in that car was a criminal. All the money he wants to use to build the, whatever he was doing in Biafra land was stolen. It's personal. So what this man said here, that is the fact. They will stop you when they see you have nothing, they steal off you. But when they see that you are well dressed, they will now tell you to pack with the hope of seeing something much bigger in your boots or something. I had a personal experience of what this man just said. I'm so angry about this because it is giving me memories. It is giving me memories and flashbacks. Take it back. Listen.
But
Listen.
you find that what they actually do is just extortion. Collection of money from motorists and travelers. Just that. They don't even ask you what you're carrying in your boot most times, except when they think that they can get more from you. Then they ask you to clear. But then, it's so common in the Southeast, and the people are really worried, especially now that the end of year is close by, and you know, we Southeasterners always go home for Christmas. I traveled from Nsukka to Waka last 2 months, and I counted 54 checkpoints in a distance of less than 50 kilometers. 54. So you find every 200 yards, you have the army, you have the police, you have the customs, you have all manner of the NDLE, and so many others.
Did you hear what this man just said? I am not sure you did. I will take it back. Listen to what he said, please.
Especially now that the end of year is close by, and you know, we Southeasterners always go home for Christmas. I traveled from Nsukka to Waka last 2 months, and I counted 54 checkpoints in a distance of less than 50 kilometers. 54.
54 checkpoints from Nsukka to Oka. 54 checkpoints. That taxation that they are taxing us, the Biafrans, despite they gave us $20 to eat and die, but the military and the police still believe that they can still make their money from the taxation, the indirect taxation. They steal from us and they call it checkpoints. An average of 55 checkpoints. 55 checkpoints. Because till this day they are wondering, how come we have stolen so much from these people, but they are still doing well? We have stolen from them their resources. They cannot even work in the oil company. We control their oil, all the oil wells, we control it. Yet, we even steal from them from the checkpoint. Yet, they are still doing well. What is it about the Biafrans that makes them to do well, despite we are stealing from them? That was how they killed my uncle. During those days, na catch go carry. If you are building a project, a real estate, accommodation, whatever you are building in the east, if you are coming from Lagos to the east, na cash you go carry. Unfortunately, they smelt the money in him. Probably those who use jazz, probably those military men, they use jazz in the checkpoint. Because they allowed us to go, we were in the front car, we left, and we gave them some money. And when my uncle can come now, he gave us some money. They said, no, Oga, let us check. He said, no, let us check your, come down first. He came down. They shot him and his driver. We heard those gunshots. We were panicking for our life because if we had gone back there, they would have killed us as well. I won't be here now telling you this testimony. They would have killed me as well. So we drove very far, called police, call our relative, call police, this. They called police and they told us, just keep on going. It was criminals that they killed there. All the money in the car boots, they stole it. 55 checkpoints within just one small distance. Now, most of you now see the reason why. Those that believe in Nigeria, from the other side of that zoo called Nigeria, now you see our struggle. You see what we go through every day. Now, I hope you begin to reason and show empathy. Understand the reason why our Prime Minister is saying we don't want any police checkpoint in Biafra land. We don't want to see any military blockade or checkpoint in Biafra land. You guys will not get it. But I'll paint you a picture. Imagine now there is a war between Ukraine and Russia. And then suddenly the Russians, they are having police checkpoint in Ukraine. Just think about that. That's what we are going through in Biafra land. Our enemies have come with the pretense of having a police checkpoint. A young boy was killed for just 100 naira. 100 naira. A young boy. I digress. Let's continue. Please listen.
They can get more from you than they ask you to clear. But then, it's so common in the southeast, and the people are really worried, especially now that the end of the year is close by, and you know we Southeasterners always go home for Christmas. I traveled from Nsukka to Waka last 2 months, and I counted 54 checkpoints in a distance of less than 50 kilometers. 54.
Okay.
So you find every 200 years you have the army, you have the police, you have the customs. You have all manner of the NDLE, and so many others. The police especially has so many divisions that are mounting roadblocks. And sometimes you don't even see their names or their rank. All you see is SF written on their body. And you know, this is been of concern to many of us who see it.
What's in here? Why do you think?
Hold on, sir. SF written on their body. Special forces. Special forces. In most cases, they will wear mask, a balaclava to cover their face. Special forces. Let's continue.
It's happening because, in a short distance, kilometers, you have 54, like you counted, from your personal experience, 54 checkpoints on the highway. Why do you think this is happening?
I must be candid. I cannot fathom a single reason why we have this number of checkpoints.
Okay.
But it's assumed it's as a result of crime rate, which I don't agree with.
Oh, guy, you're making a mistake there. There's nothing like crime happening in Biafra land. We're at war. They are taxing us. The police and their heads, the military and their heads, they are making their billions through indirect taxation and stealing from the people. I have a first-hand account. I'm an eyewitness. How I lost my beloved uncle in a similar situation, in a checkpoint, a police checkpoint. They saw the SUV has a Lagos reg. They knew, okay, this one, they come from Lagos. Check them well, oh. Money go there. Sir, there is a war going on in Biafra land. There is a war going on. If you check even the north, where you have Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, the killer headsmen, there are no checkpoints there. Because more than 200 Boko Haram will be on a bike. They'll be in their bike, marauding round. Nobody is stopping them. Where they should have their checkpoint, they don't have it, but they come to Biafra land because they know we are at war, and them being stubborn, because during those days, all we were doing was begging them, please, oh, you carry flag, and they buy you. But now we have a new sheriff in town. We now have a government. We have a prime minister who understands the memo, and we are saying we don't want any checkpoint anymore in Biafra land. We don't want any foreign army coming to the land of Biafra to say they are doing checkpoints. That is impossible. We don't want that going forward. So for those out there that pretend they don't know what is going on, those in the media especially, that they pretend they cannot hear what this man is saying now. This is a testimony on Arise News. This man is speaking on Arise News. So I want to call out to all those in the media. I hope next time when you are making your judgment, when you are doing your analysis about Simon Ekpa, stopping those in the checkpoint, I hope you will use this as a reference point. I hope you use the story of this young boy who was killed for 100 naira by a policeman. Even a bullet is worth more than 100 naira, for crying out loud. Even one bullet is more expensive than 100 naira. But you took the soul, the life of a Biafran because of 100 naira. I'm so glad our Prime Minister has come out and said our government has put an end to foreign mercenaries. The military of that zoo called Nigeria, the police, special forces, or whatever you call them. We are saying we are done with you in our land. We don't want you anymore to intrude into the land of Biafra. You are intruders. You are not allowed. You are not welcomed to Biafra land. You see me? I have a personal vendetta with that zoo military and their police. I have a personal vendetta. I will never forgive you. You guys, you are so lucky. I swear to God, you are so lucky. But I thank God I have a Prime Minister who thinks like me. I have a Prime Minister who is as heartless as I am. A man who shows no weakness, no time for tears, no time for sympathy for the enemy. A man who understands the assignment, the time, and what must be done. My Prime Minister, I thank you. This is why I'm out here supporting you to the end. Because this nonsense must stop. If our elders can only speak about it, we the people, we the youths, we shall take an action on a situation like this. We are the one to act upon it. No more time for talk. We leave the talking for the elders. You see me, I have a personal vendetta with that zoo called Nigeria. I hate Nigeria with a passion. I hate that zoo with a passion. You are an evil people, evil country. The only country that love the name given to them by their slave masters. You love the name given to you by your slave masters. You love the system given to you by your slave masters. You love the political arrangement, the arrangee given to you by your slave masters, where they said a particular tribe, they are born to rule. And suddenly the other tribes or nations, as they say, are now forming alliance with the particular tribe that Britain told they were born to rule. You guys, you disgust me. You are evil. You are evil. For me and my people, we are going home. From the 2nd of December, we are going home. I have nothing to do with that so-called Nigeria. I detest that so-called Nigeria. You are an evil people. If devil has a country, that country will be Nigeria. If we are animals, you are animals. You are less than humans. Those that feed you, those that give you the oil, you siphon, despite you have stolen everything we had. You still hate the Biafrans with a passion. Everywhere we go, the same problem. Even in your zoo election, you still give the Igbos the problem, the Biafrans the problem. What of nonsense is this? But we thank God. Everything has an end. Everything has an expiry date. I thank God. I cannot wait for the 2nd of December. I refuse to play a second fiddle. I refuse to be a slave in a so-called country created by a white man. Oyibo come to Africa and they named you. They became gods over you. But because of deep inside, there is greed, nepotism, tribalism. Because of that, you choose to flow according to what was laid down by Britain. Wickedness in the hearts of man. Oh my God. Ah, man. The disdain I have for that so-called Nigeria. I can't wait. My PM, man, look. Just want to love you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Simon Ekpa, for being a man. A queer man. As you did talk, it happen. It is men like you that we respect and love. No time for cowards. No time for guys being soft. Those that they say something, they cajole you to stop, and the next week you stop those, your action. No, in Simon Ekpa, he's firm, he's thorough. His words are bond. He doesn't change. He's not a chameleon that changes. He is a man of integrity, a man of capacity. A queer man, whatever he says, he does and follows it through. And he has said, we don't want any checkpoint. The government of Biafra has spoken for the people. We don't want any police checkpoint in Biafra land. No Nigerian police checkpoint in Biafra land. Animals, bastards. I beg continue, sir.
Agreed. There are a lot of economic activities. I think the major thing that propels these police and security checkpoints is just, a way of embarrassing our people, harassing them, intimidating them, extorting money from them, collecting all kinds of levies from motorists, which is having...
May God bless this man. The embarrassment is too much. Distortion, they distort from us. Indirect tax. You buy goods from China. You have paid for your demurrage in Lagos. You have cleared it from the seaport. And now a new journey from Lagos to Southeast, because there is no seaport in Biafra land. And as you embark on that journey from Lagos to Southeast, more than 2,000 checkpoints for you to go through. They embarrass us, and once you want to stand your ground, they will shoot you and nothing will happen. But those days are gone now. We now have a government. We have a government. If you get guns, so our government get guns too. Yes. If you shoot, we shoot. An eye for an eye. Tooth for tooth. Bullet for bullet. A life for a life. All dying are dying now. You have what you have, and we can match your firepower. That's why you need a government. The days of having just a group, you are crying, you are singing, you are raising your flag, those days are gone. Once you have the government and you have the backing of a government, then they will respect you. The days of intimidating us is gone. My own uncle was killed. A man we love so much. This man trained so many people to school. But because he was carrying more money in the bag from Lagos to Biafra land to go complete the business when they do, those criminals, they saw the money and they were greedy. They were greedy. They never knew that the car in the front was part of the entourage of my uncle. Because that's how they kill so many people. They will buy people and just say, oh, he's a criminal. They buy you, they pull your clothes. They strip you naked. That's the culture of that so-called Nigeria. The evil culture, the stigma. Once they buy you, they strip you naked. People see you say, na criminal bio, na arm robber. That's what they do. Unknown to them that the car in the front is an entourage to my uncle's car. They never knew that. We drove to the front and we parked at the hard shoulder. They were calling me, sir, sir, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. From yes, sir, they saw the boot. Their icon changed. Next thing, they push and go somewhere. Pum, 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 pum. We heard the gunshots. So when I say I have something personal with this zoo, you guys don't understand. I have a personal vendetta with that zoo called Nigeria. They've taken so much from me. They've stolen so much from my family. Now you get it. For those that don't know, now you know. You see me, I was born for what I'm doing now. And I came at the right time. Because I am under a prime minister, a man who believes in what he says and in what he does. And by God's grace, from the 2nd of December, we are going home. You see me, it is personal. It is personal to me. This is my best chance. The only chance I've got to revenge for what they have done to my family. They've stolen so much from my family. During the war, it was the one about the abandoned property. Stella Maris in Port Harcourt, Stella Maris, that area there, Stella Maris. More than 10 houses of my father. They said, no, abandoned property. No come back here. No come back. After some few years, he came back with lawyers. They were bribing, they ate the money. They still kept those houses. Till this day, there is no law to say, return those houses back to the owners. What kind of wickedness is that? I digress. Let's continue.
Of impact on the economy. Because for a traveler coming from Cairo all the way with goods, getting to the east, it begins to encounter a number of checkpoints. And most times they pay in each of these checkpoints. I have seen it. Watched it happen.
Yes, sir.
They collect money from each of the trailers that bring in goods to the southeast. From every checkpoint, there is even the one they call the agri something, or who inspect vehicles carrying animals or food products. They are different. And that one is, they give them real levy. And most times, this money collected are not accounted for. They are not authorized. I don't know what to say is the actual reason, but...
Okay, let's look at, we hear that the community, we'll talk about police reform in a moment, but we hear about that the community is visibly shaking, there's protest everywhere. How do you think the police command can handle this situation? How should this issue be treated? Because, of course, this is not the first time we're hearing that, someone died out of, over something like this, and of course, as a result of his extrajudicial killing. So how should this latest incident be treated or be addressed by the police command?
Yeah, first the police has to begin to monitor seriously their men on patrol, on checkpoints. There must be a way to see what they do even while they're on duty there on the road. Secondly, I also believe that a number of these policemen are overarmed. If you go to countries like Benin Republic, you don't even see police with arms. They have a whistle. Those with arms are hidden somewhere. If they see any threats to security, they blow their whistle and people come out. But this time around, you see policemen in all of them carrying, if there are 10, they have 10 AK-47 with them. So that at any least provocation, a policeman whose temper is hot will just pull it, just like they did today in Otocha. So the police must reduce, first of all, the number of checkpoints on the roads, and then create a kind of control room in their headquarters, where they must monitor the activities of these people and give them communication equipment so that once there is a problem, the DPO or the area commander or the police commissioner will be contacted so that this type of thing will not happen again. But I believe the onus is on the police to begin to retrain and train their men to know that even their law says you cannot shoot fatally except in extreme situations where your life is threatened or the lives of others are threatened. So the police is trained to shoot at non-vital parts of the body if they must shoot at all. So but that's it.
An incident like this can severely actually impact public trust. Let's talk about, over time we'll talk about the need for police reforms, how we should start the reforms, from recruitment stage, to training, and of course, finally integrating or admitting them into serving the nation. It will seem that we're back to where we're coming from in the first place, because looks like this conversation about reforms has been flopped.
Well, I wouldn't be able to speak a lot about police reforms, but I know that the problem of this country, including the police, is not lack of laws. Every law is in place for everything to be done orderly in the police force. I'm very sure of that. But the actual thing that happens is lack of supervision of those who are on duty. Because, for instance, they tell you bail is free in the Nigerian police station. But you and I know that sometimes when you go there, bail is not free. So there are laws saying don't even do a lot of things like shooting deadly to kill. And then the police, they have all the acts. There's a police act with a lot of regulations on what to do and what not to do. So I believe the police must look deeply into the activities of their men and begin to issue all the appropriate punishment for those who disobey the laws of the police. That is one area I think they should.
So if you asked to recommend, so what would that be in terms of measures to put in place to ensure accountability, holding them accountable, and of course anyone who is liable of such offense, will be brought to justice?
Effective command and control arrangement. I mean, somebody is issued arms to go to the field and work. Who does he report to? I'm sure in every police checkpoint there must be a leader. And these leaders that guide others must control the men on duty. And as they control the men on duty in the field, there must be a communication between them and another control room at headquarters. So that this type of thing will not happen ordinarily without one of them being aware that he didn't just get the man and shoot, meet the man and shot him. There must have been altercations. They could have argued. So in the process of that argument, a senior officer should have gone, no, stop. So I believe the onus is just on the police to know exactly what they need to do to stop all these things. So I suggest effective command and control. Who is in charge of these units? What are they supposed to be doing that they're not doing? And how are they supervised to make sure that while out there in the field to do this job, that they are not torturing Nigerians, they are not dehumanizing Nigerians, they are not doing things that, a lot of other things that they do, which I'm not prepared to start talking about all of them. So that the onus is on the police high command to do something, especially in the southeast.
Retired Foreign Service Officer and former SA to the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Ambassador Ejikeze. Thank you for coming on the News Night.
Hold it there, my people. You've just heard from him giving advice. My brother, my elder, please, don't worry about it. You have just given us the news that I wanted to hear. We have heard what they did in Biafra land. Elders for wisdom, youth for war. Nobody should expect this elder to come out here and say what we are saying. No. Elders for wisdom, youth for war. I've heard the elder, but I'm obeying the clarion call of our Prime Minister. I just want those out there who pretend not to know what is happening, the gripe that we have, the reason why we do what we do. I hope they have listened to this man. Those who are neutral out there, you are traveling in your state, even though there is hardship, there is poverty, but you have the freedom to travel from point A to point B. Imagine in Biafra land, despite the hardship you are going through, fuel is expensive. They will stop you in the road, and the little money you have, they take it off you. Probably that boy, that 100 naira was the only money, and he said, not today. I gave you yesterday. I will not give you today. And just because he showed his frustration, because they expect you not to even show your anger, just be laughing. Oh, see me, boss, yes, sir. You know, that's what they expect you to do, to be smiling when they are stealing from you. And for the first time he showed his frustration, they still brought a gun and took him out. But we thank God that nonsense will end. It is the beginning of the end of police checkpoints in Biafra land. I only made this video so that the naysayers, those in the media that they pretend they have not heard this news. People like Rufai Oseni, you claim he's the best. Rufai, this news was broadcasted in the channel you are working at. Arise News broadcast this one, Rufai. So next time, when you are giving your analysis, when you hear say the police then get water, when you hear say the army in Biafra land, they got water, make you balance your argument, make you balance your judgment. Don't say you love your police, you love the army. God bless your police, God bless your army. Don't say that. Be measured in your assessment. That's all I'm saying. Be measured. I have no issues with you, but be measured. Give a balanced argument. Show ma'at, as they said it in Egypt. In Kemet. Balance, ma'at. You must be balanced at all time. When you are praising your zoo military, your zoo police, remind them about the checkpoints in Biafra land. But no. You will say you love your military. You love the police. You love the police. Because in your Lagos state that you are based in, you don't have the police checkpoints everywhere. Come and live in Biafra land for just 2 weeks. You will get the memo. But no, you won't do it. You are in Lagos, you are enjoying. You are enjoying down there. And you are giving a judgment. You are blaming Simon Ekpa, not knowing what we are going through as a people in Biafra land. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. The pain is too much, but from the 2nd of December, we are going home. All this nonsense will stop. It must stop. I said it. Peace, I'm out.
I want to use this opportunity to call on the committee for prayers for Gowon. Number 1 in this committee is Dominica Olewune Chinyere Apple, Blessing Nzom, Gregory Onyejuwa, Chinedu Aguyi, and Presence Odohunoge. This committee will be the official prayer warriors for Gowon to be alive till December. Your prayer point is to pray day and night for Gowon to be alive till December. He will be alive and witness something in December of 2024. There is no other prayer point. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out in a historic manner. We have promised Biafra that the prayers that were prayed so far is working. And for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not given up, believe me, I know what he is made of. Our most important prayer today is for Gowon to be alive till December. Let him not die. It is very, very important, so that the prophecy of our eternal leader will come to pass. You will be alive to see Biafra.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's wild Flora show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation. Ever since annihilation, nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.